Here we come.
Now the world don't move.
And you knew where you were then.
Exciting and new.
Good time.
Anytime you need a payment.
You take a good, you take a bad, you take them all, and there you have the facts of life.
It's TV Talkaholics in your ear holes every month. It's already April. Hi, Matthew.
Hi, JFF.
Well, we have a very special episode, and I'm not sure if you realize how special this is coming up, because as I started to do my research and as I watched these episodes of this, I had to admit and say, I never watched this show.
Oh,
I don't think we've ever done an episode of the podcast with something that I didn't watch. The tables are always turned the other way with shit that I love, and then you watch and you say, David, what is wrong with you?
mm-hmm.
So now we're going to be talking about Head of the Class, Season 3, Episodes 13 and 14, Little Shop Till You Drop, which had an original air date of February 15th, 1989, and February 22nd, 1989. So originally aired over 2 weeks. It was never a 1 hour special. And for those of you like us already feeling elderly, that is 35 years ago as of the recording of this, where Matthew and I are, because we're recording this at the end of February.
Mm-hmm.
So, Matthew, I'm going to rely on you a lot
Oh dear.
to guide me through, because did you watch this on the regular? Because it's just a tiny bit after my time. It happened when I was in college. So was this more in your developing, your fetus years, of course, because you're so much younger.
It definitely was, but it was never a show that was in heavy syndication.
It wasn't, was it?
So it was kind of a one and done thing. And I remember it being enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember watching it and liking it, but I haven't watched it since.
Yeah.
But it left an impression. I mean, in the fact that this was the first time I had seen a Little Shop of Horrors on the stage, quote unquote,
And they did
after
other
seeing-
shows, other seasons, like they did Grease, did they? And they did Hair.
They did Grease, they did Hair.
Mhm.
And Hair, the episode of Hair has Elaine Stritch in it as one of the teachers who's against them doing hair.
Yeah.
Because she lost her son in Vietnam and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, Little Shop is like the sweet spot for me.
Yeah. And I thought this did certainly have a lot of charm. But it was interesting to be the person approaching this as the stranger in a new land and watching some of the performances and going, ooh, oh, okay. Wow. They all right. They didn't think they needed another take of that, huh?
100%.
Yeah. So it ran from 1986 to 1991. So it kind of mirrors Golden Girls. It was the 5 seasons in the middle of the 7 of Golden Girls. So it was in that time, but it wasn't appointment television for me, as I said, because, those are my college years. But they did 114 episodes over 5 seasons. So 114, that's plenty to syndicate. I'm surprised it didn't start rotating more heavily. And for those like me who didn't know anything about it, it's about a class of academically gifted students in a high school. Sort of the anti-Welcome Back Kotter, if you will. Now, Welcome Back Kotter, there is a show I will not probably ever suggest we revisit. You are welcome.
Thanks.
Because I think I have seen a couple of Welcome Back Kotters in recent years and thought, it's not just, oh, this is cheesy. Oh, this is old hat. Like, they are unwatchable. Like, bad.
Even with that sex symbol, Gabe Kaplan.
I'm telling you, the head of the Pussy Posse, straight
Ugh.
from his gig on the unaired pilot of the Love Boat, where he fucks this model. I'm telling you, because, she could have any of the dudes over at the pool in their Speedos and their bulging pecs.
Yeah.
And nope, he went over and charmed the bikini off of her.
She's got to choose between Doc and Gabe Kaplan. I don't know how she picked.
Exactly. Bernie Capel or Gabe Kaplan.
Oof.
Who do we add to that trifecta to play Fuck, Marry, Kill?
Dick Van Patten.
Dick Van Patten. So Dick Van Patten, Bernie Capel, and Gabe Kaplan. Oh, no, stop. Okay, fuck, marry, kill. Go.
Oh.
I feel like you would kill Dick Van Patten, but anyway, I
Yeah,
don't let me
I
answer
would,
for
I
you.
would kill Dick Van Patten. I would probably marry Gabe Kaplan because he might make me laugh. I feel like at some point, being a little nebbish that he
Mhm.
is. But I would probably have to fuck Doc, Bernie Capel.
Hmm.
I
Well,
don't, there's no right answer to that. There's no,
yeah. No matter how you slice it, you're gonna lose somewhere.
yeah.
I'm going roundabout because truly, of the three of them, I think Bernie Capel was probably in the best shape, like physically, like if I had to lay with another body. But we're talking the 1970s versions of these, not the modern day versions. And Dick Van Patten's dead, isn't he?
I hope so.
But I would be inclined to see, but see, here's the thing with Bernie Capel, also good to marry because he had such a successful character actor career, the longevity of his career. He would be a great guy to support you, to be a life partner, financially speaking. So I can't believe I'm saying this. I don't know which I'd want Bernie Capel for. Maybe I would have to kill Gabe Kaplan. Absolutely no.
I like a furry little nebbish.
Yeah. So then we leave. I either have to marry or fuck.
You
Dick.
ain't gonna listen to Dick Van Patten's voice the rest of your life.
No, I'd take one for the team. I would fuck Dick Van Patten. I would marry Bertie Capel, and I would kill Gabe Kaplan. Listeners, why don't you weigh in? Tell us how you feel. That was very unexpected. But back to head of the class. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. I watched this and I remember thinking, holy fuck, there's a lot of kids here.
Yeah.
Welcome Back, Kotter had 5, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. We had Epstein, Washington, Barbarino, Horshack, and was there 4?
Who the hell knows? I've never seen an episode of that Welcome Back.
Oh, you should totally watch it.
No, thank you.
Anyway, the deal is, I was looking at, of course, Wikipedia, the only source I use for facts on the internet. And apparently there are 10 of them. So I wasn't sure if some of these kids were thrown in and added later and all that stuff. But yeah, this is Howard Hesseman, who had been a big star playing the part of Johnny Beaver. Is that it on WKRP in Cincinnati?
Johnny Beaver. Yeah, it was
Johnny
Johnny Beaver.
Beaver.
Yeah.
Fever, as in running a temperature of 103.
Yes, it was Johnny Fever.
So he had already been popular because of that. And another little sidebar, while I've been rewatching Laverne and Shirley, starting from the beginning, he is in a lot of little bit roles in Laverne and Shirley's early on. Like, I think I found at least 3 Howard Hesseman appearances before he was famous.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Oh?
There are rumors that what high school did Laverne and Shirley go to?
Millard Fillmore.
In New York, we're assuming, because She does have that accent. There are rumors that this is the high school they went to
Shut up.
because it's Fillmore High School.
Fillmore High School. Isn't it also on the Brady Bunch? Don't they also say Fillmore Junior High?
Oh, I don't know.
I wondered about that, and I did Google it, Matthew. So apparently this is a little educational in-joke with the middle-aged vaudevillian writers that Millard Fillmore, who was our 13th president, is ranked by historians and political scientists as one of the worst presidents we have ever had.
Yeah.
So basically the joke is if you go to Millard Fillmore, that's like going to, Loser J Loser High School. But, this could be the trouble with Laverne and Shirley is that they do start out in Brooklyn, and Shirley does start out with a New York accent, but then later they're going to the reunion of the Angora Debs and their other high school, the working class element of you still know all the people you went to high school with in Milwaukee. So
well, when I say there's that rumor, I literally just started it. So
but that's it. We talked about that. We totally did talk about that when we were talking about the Angora Debs, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing, and Rosie Greenbaum. God, I fucking love her.
So many Greenbaums in Milwaukee. So many brassy.
So many sassy New York accented foul-mouthed Jews in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I felt better about the fact that I couldn't keep track of all the kids.
Well, and the kids do change.
Right. There are 10 of them, and we already have one of the new ones here, TJ, the girl?
Rain Pryor?
The person who plays TJ that they add to the what's her story? She's a very handsome girl.
Are you serious?
Yeah, is she famous and I should know this?
That's Rain Pryor.
And Rain Pryor
is Richard Pryor's daughter.
Oh, okay. And I would know her from
Head of the Class and being Richard Pryor's daughter.
Oh, see, nah.
Yes. But I will tell you, she was wonderful on this show.
She was. Girl can sing. And
she was like 18.
Damn. She was good, but she's that's a jawline. That
it makes sense now, doesn't she? She looks like him.
She does. She kind of does, yeah. So anyway, other just little bits and pieces is that they did try a reboot of the series in 2021 on HBO Max. And it was helmed by Bill Lawrence, who had already started Ted Lasso. I think Ted Lasso hadn't quite exploded yet. Bill Lawrence already did have My Name is Earl and
Raising Hope.
Raising Hope, thank you. So Bill Lawrence already had a record, a good track record, but it didn't work, and HBO Max canceled it after one season. It's just like, meh. But the weirdest thing about it is when I go through the Wikipedia page for Head of the Class, after I initially Google Saved by the Bell and look at it and go, what the fuck? Oh, God damn it. I always confuse the titles of these two shows because you really could interchange the titles. Come on, cut me some slack.
Sure.
But I was looking at their ratings. I'm always fascinated, particularly if ratings drop when they change nights or television time slots or something. Well, they always ranked in the top 30. Season 1 premiered at number 30, and it only got better from there. Season 2 came in at 23. Season 3 came in at 20, its best. And then seasons 4 and 5 came in at 26. And that's with Howard Hesseman leaving the show after season 4. Apparently he was bored and finished his contract and
he hated it.
Yeah. And it shows.
Yeah.
It very much shows. He's fucking phoning it in. Jesus. So in season 5, we have the adjustment to Billy Connolly, a very different vibe, very different character. Even with that, a major cast change and some of the kids rotating in and out. Season 5 held its own. So I'm sitting there going, what the fuck happened? Why did it get canceled? And I found an article in EW magazine from 1990 that said that basically the network said for season 5, now that you have a new teacher, they basically told the creators, do better or we're going to cancel you, because clearly it is your fault that Roseanne's ratings are dropping. They blamed head of the class that Roseanne's ratings were slipping.
Yeah.
What kind of stupid bullshit is that? Not Roseanne and her acute case of the batshits
Yeah.
all over every headline, every tabloid, and, blowing up every single media outlet with her crazy. That's not bringing it to, that obviously that I have feelings about that.
Yeah.
It gave me the feels, and I'm feeling the feeled to be felted.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why we are here
Yeah.
is we're not going to talk nuts and bolts. We'll wait a little bit. But the reason why we're here is that 2 of these young actors have graced the facts of life. Most prominently, we have Dan Frischman, who was Rocky in the Facts of Life season 3, episode 20, Kids Can Be Cruel, which ran in March of '82. And that, of course, is the same episode that was reenacted live for the live in front of a studio audience. That was around the holidays of 21, I think. And Jon Stewart played the role. And honestly, Dan Frischman did it better. They should have brought him back.
Yeah.
They really should have. Dan Frischman would have crushed it. And he's still famous. So the other one I forgot, I was really kind of focusing on Dan Frischman because our close personal friend Ken Reed just had Dan on his podcast, which made me think about this show and how you had always said, David, you should watch the musical episodes.
Yeah.
But also I forgot Brian Robbins. Brian Robbins, who plays the part of Eric, the tough guy, the sort of streetwise one in the leather jacket, the sort of the Vinnie Barbarino of the show. Brian Robbins was Ben in the Facts of Life season 4, episode 10, For the Asking, which aired in December of '82. And that's the episode where all the girls are going to the Sadie Hawkins dance, except for Natalie. And then none of them go to the Sadie Hawkins dance because of Natalie. And then at the end of the show, he comes in and says, well, I'm not going to the dance because I wanted you to ask me, Natalie, and you never did. So Natalie said, okay, let's go. Peace out, bitches. Have a nice night. And he was very, very sweet in that. That was a very nice little performance. And while we're talking about the cast, so just to clarify, because there's a lot of people here and some of you like me may not have seen it. So Brian Robbins, tough guy, he plays the dentist in Little Shop of Horrors. Dan Frischman is the nerdy guy who ends up playing Seymour in the show. And then there's also Dan Schneider. Dan Schneider is the role of Dennis, and it seems to be like a comedy duo with Arvid, with Dan Frischman. Am I correct that they sort of were like the Abbott and Costello
Correct.
pairing? They're very funny together. Well, he's one that ends up being Audrey to the plant. So the 3 of them, interestingly, went on to fairly prominent careers producing and writing, particularly shows for Nickelodeon. A lot of the kid variety shows, the All That's, the Keenan and Kel's, they all were very instrumental and involved in those early formative years of Nickelodeon producing its own programming. And we've talked about when Brian Robbins was on The Facts of Life. This is the dentist now, leather jacket dude. He has been the president and CEO of Paramount Pictures and Nickelodeon since 2021, and is the chief content officer of the Kids and Family division of Paramount Plus. That is a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
Very high ranking in the entertainment industry. As I said at the time, it's like, does anyone have his number? He could probably get us a job.
Does and we don't need to talk about Dan Schneider. You don't want to Google that.
Oh, that's right. There was some. What did happen?
He's a creepy old dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're telling people I don't know what we're talking about here, so I'll just say whatever you do, do not Google any type of controversy involving Dan Schneider. I know I certainly am not going to
Yeah.
as soon as we end this Zoom call.
All right.
So last of the students that is just of note is, of course, Robin Givens. It was a big deal, her being on the show, because 2 years into the show, she married a little athlete named Mike Tyson.
Mm.
The marriage didn't last a year, but it was a big Hollywood wedding. They were all over the tabloids. So, do you want to give us a synopsis? I'm okay with a longer form synopsis of this episode, just to kind of loosely talk about what all happens in these two. We needed 2 parts to tell the scope of this epic tale,
Yeah.
mind you. But let
Um,
me turn it over to you. Let me shut up for half a second.
well, it's just like any old 80s sitcom in a school. They got to put on a show.
Mhm.
And just the perils that come with putting on a musical. I
Mhm.
felt they nailed it. Ugh.
Did you?
Like, any of us who have been in a musical production, it often goes just like this.
It-
Like, it's
Yeah. Oh, wow. I'm like, is this a documentary?
it was almost as realistic as Tootie's Broadway audition.
Yeah.
Like, it was.
Nailed it.
It's just like this.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So they got to put on Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah. So, yeah, what's going on here is the scene begins. I'm not going to do scene by scene, I promise you. But they're starting out rehearsing this show called The Shepherd Prince. I've never heard of this. I'm assuming it's original, but did they write those songs or is this actually a show?
I don't know. I just got the feeling they didn't want to pay the rights for Gilbert and Sullivan, so they just kind of created something that was Gilbert and Sullivan-ish to get the point across that this is a show nobody cares about or wants to see.
Dude, get the fuck out of my brain. I put sounds like a bad Gilbert and Sullivan. Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. So, anyhow, how about we go through all of the points where they nailed it, where things happen exactly as they do in a theatrical production. First of all, you have a director who, after you do a full run through of a full production number and the director starts screaming, "No, no, no! Why would you do it that way? This is a Vernon Wimple production. I can't have that tomfoolery there." All I could think of was the guy who was the director in the backdoor pilot of The Facts of Life on Different Strokes, that awful, again, the stereotypical awful theater director.
Well, there's a reason that it's stereotypical because, like, I remember my high school drama teacher. We were rehearsing the play Take Her, She's Mine.
Mhm.
And I remember her running from the back of the theater after our run through. "If that is how you're going to do it, I will take my name off of this." Like, throwing a fit. And
Your high school director did
Yeah.
that?
yeah, we called it the Claren Myers meltdown. It happened to every production. It happened, and it was always her threatening to take her name off of it.
And
How
you're like,
dare, yeah, your name. Oh God.
yeah, and that's going to be the night that Mr. Guffman comes for Broadway, you know.
We can't have you. We can't have the other directors of all the other high schools in Fort Wayne, Indiana, thinking that you're a hack. Oh, God forbid.
Wow. No, my high school director was pretty good. She was tough. Like we were pretty much in line. She was cool, but no, she never threw a fit. She was a little moody, so we were always kind of on our toes around her. So we always did. And we had a big school too. So there was a larger pool of talent that she could pick from. So it's not like she had to do a lot of settling. Because my graduating class was very small. We were 822.
Jesus.
So yeah, we had a lot of kids. And so no, I hear about fits and shitty directors more happening in community theater right here in Central Florida. A lot more. But it's just kind of like actors, the whole thing of, oh, theater actors, and they walk into a room like this. And it seems like the higher up and the more professional you get, the more you find that the most talented people are just everyday, chill people. They're normal and they're human, and they have to be in order to be good at their job. So this awful director, to the point where he comes in and he yells at Dr. Samuels. Dr. Samuels.
Wonderful.
Played by the wonderful William G. Schilling. Wow. This is where I literally thought, did I actually pull up Saved by the Bell?
He's great.
I really think this character is on par with Mr. Belding on Saved by the Bell in terms of, wow, are you lucky you got this gig? Holy shit. And he was in every episode.
I love him.
You do?
So funny. I
think he is appalling.
Oh, the takes that he does, the subtle humor. I'm sorry. Yeah, I enjoy him a lot.
You're not being facetious.
Not at all.
All right, you can change the musical, but I won't spend a penny, I tell you. Not a penny.
Yeah.
Woo! The writing isn't helping him. It's got the subtlety of a chainsaw. But god damn. And he was in some of the touchstone comedies in the 80s, and I really enjoyed him in those. I love him in Ruthless People, the Bette Midler, Danny DeVito movie. But wow, I was not prepared for this. This was, woo, a little over the top here, boy. And you were saying that Angela Lansbury as Jessica Fletcher is performing for the balcony in the theater next door. Yeah. Holy shit.
I think he's cartoonish, and I think it's exactly what the show needed.
Okay, maybe I need to see more episodes to fall in love with him. I really had a problem. I didn't find him much different than the director. And again, I'm going to say that there's the director's name is Vernon Wimple.
Yeah.
Wow. How old do you think William G. Schilling is here?
49.
You looked that up.
I did.
How old is Howard Hesseman?
Oh, God, he's like 36 or something.
No, he's 48. He's only a year younger. Howard Hesseman was born looking like he was 60. He's like Carol O'Connor.
Yeah.
Where he always had, and particularly, as Johnny Fever, I almost said Johnny Beaver. Thank you for that. Fucking etched in my brain now. But as Johnny Fever, he was always supposed to be kind of halfway out of it and usually drugged out and stuff. So he played grizzled so well on that show. I'm not sure we can ever see him, even with this cleaned up mullet. And in early seasons with a ponytail. Whoa!
Oh, yeah. He was the cool teacher.
Who's this teacher? What a loose cannon. He's a dude with a ponytail and an earring. Hope he's not a homo. Jesus.
If we're talking about that first scene, I don't know about you, but I saw the piano player and I was like, who the fuck is that piano player? Did you notice the piano player?
I noticed him, and he is present and he's really playing.
Yeah.
He's playing live. So is he someone that I should know? I forgot to look him up.
Well, I thought, how the fuck do I know that dude? So I looked it up, and do you remember it went viral? That 800-year-old man on America's Got Talent that played the piano and sang, "My girlfriend has a penis."
No.
Oh my God, David.
No. I miss a lot of big
Oh,
things.
damn it. Well, then this is anyway, point of the story is that's him.
Oh my gosh.
And he was the co-producer of this show and wrote for the Carol Burnett show, wrote for you name it. He's written and produced all of their stuff. So isn't it funny how AGT pulls this guy out and they act like he's just some old kooky dude who doesn't
Yeah.
who I don't know what I'm doing in this business. And then does that. So I was like, again, welcome to reality television.
Yeah. That's
They
bullshit.
they found a producer and writer for the Carol Burnett show and
Yeah.
wheeled
Just
him
like they
out.
plucked him off the street or something. What's his name?
Ray Jessel, Rayjessel.
I know that name. If you had said that's Ray Jessel, I would have been, wait a minute. He's somebody. He did something.
And when you pull up his name on Google, the first image is him on AGT.
Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he is 100, isn't he?
Well, he's dead now, but
Uh-huh. He died at 85. Good Lord, he looks a lot older than that.
right, which means how old was he in this episode? If it
Oh.
was 35 years ago, he was 50. He
Oh
was
my
50 and he
God.
looks like Albert Einstein, for Christ's
He
sake.
does. Oh my
Jesus.
gosh.
Writing and co-producing for the Carol Burnett show will do that to you.
Yeah. Holy shit. I will post a video of Ray Jessel playing My Girlfriend's Got a Penis from America's Got Talent. I'll post that on the website for this episode. Wow. Thank you for that, because I totally missed. I meant to, but I just forgot to, because I wondered if he was somebody. When Howard Hesseman agrees to take over for the director who quits, he says, I'll direct it, but it has to be a different show. So in 2 weeks, we're going to reproduce a completely new musical. They won't get any money out of Dr. Samuels until they cast him as Mr. Mushnick.
And wrote a whole new song for him.
Yeah.
Never mind that Mushnick has a song in the show.
Yeah. What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Was that like a song cut from, or a song, written for?
No, it was written for this. What's his pussy? Ray Jessel wrote it.
Oh. Yeah. Why didn't he sing Mushnick and Son? That's that. Officially, I'm your brat. Wasn't in the movie, but that's in the show. Yeah, you're right. I want. Yeah, totally. I thought that, but then the thought went out of my mind. So one thing they do get right, as I was saying, is that the lead, Alan, who was the Shepherd Prince in the other thing, is now trying to do Seymour, and he is awful. So, yeah, that is actually non-ironically spot on. Usually, the biggest problem person, the person who's the biggest pain in the ass in the cast, often the lead, is usually the worst performer. Am I right?
Oh yeah.
So that was good.
Just watch the video of me and Lacage.
But the deal is, another problem is we lose one of our urchins, because Monica, the tall blonde girl who had been the princess and the lead in the previous production, was now relegated to being one of the 3 street urchins. And she's awful also. So she actually really and truly quits. And that's when they bring in TJ, Richard Pryor's daughter. That's where we let her sing. And God, she is good. She's a good addition to it. And then the other thing is that we do have Arvid and Dennis are upset that they were villagers and performing. Now they're backstage and they don't like it. So Dennis finagles his way into playing Audrey too. And Arvid, as the prompter, has to take over the role of Seymour when Alan thankfully loses his voice.
Yeah.
And Arvid, Dan Frischman, is the obvious choice to play Seymour, and he's quite lovely in the role.
Yeah.
And the part of Maria Audrey for the whole thing, but she's torn because she doesn't know she can do it. Her mother has suddenly decided she's getting married the same night of the show, and I
Yeah.
don't even like the guy, but then. So she almost leaves right as the show is about to start.
Right. She's leaving for her mom's funeral or her mom's wedding from high school at 8 o'clock at night,
Yeah, like you do.
as you do.
And thankfully, Howard Hesseman convinces her not to. She does the show. The show still goes on. And as if that's not good enough, her mom ends up showing up and saying, I decided not to marry the guy.
Yeah.
So
Just
she's-
walks backstage.
Yeah, like you do. Like you do. Anyone can walk backstage in the middle of a production. So, in the hate/love category, I hate the trope of the person ducking out when they're supposed to be performing
Yeah.
minutes before or seconds before the performance. That infuriates me. Like, Julia did it on Designing Women, Dixie Carter. They almost let her get away with that shit. They did it on This Is Us. Most recently on the TV show This Is Us. The curtain goes up, the show begins, and the woman is on stage and turns, and the actor does not make his entrance. And she's left just standing there. And it's like, dude, you turn to your stage manager and you say, I can't go on, get the hold the curtain, grab the understudy, I've got to run. My brother is having an emotional meltdown and he needs me. But you to just not show up and not be there, let the curtain go up. It's just fucking preposterous. And he would never work again. Like, that is unforgivable. Unless it's, of course, Mike Tyson. Then Mike Tyson probably could have still had a career after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a trope that just infuriates me. You know the trope I love, though? I've
What?
mentioned it before.
When everybody lies.
No.
The whole, where is Dixon Ticonderoga? Oh, where is Dixon Ticonderoga? That whole bullshit was.
I knew you were loving that. But no, in fact, the trope I love is the talent show within a sitcom, where you watch them do the whole setup for the first 20 minutes, including the commercial. And then in the last 10 minutes, you get the show.
Yeah.
The entire show somehow takes an entire evening of theater somehow only takes 10 minutes to happen. And the audience is jumping up and down like they've just watched Les Mis.
Yeah.
So with this, it was a little less so because we had two parts. So we had the whole first half an hour to do some of the stuff, and then the first half of the second part. But we got a nice little abridged version of Little Shop.
Yeah.
And I also like that of all of them, only Maria, the one that played Audrey, she was the only one that you could tell could sing, of course, on top of, TJ, Richard Pryor's daughter there. You could tell all the others, they could sing, they did fine. Maybe not so much for Brian Robbins, but I would never say that because he's the CEO of Paramount and could end my career before it begins.
Right.
But he faked his way and acted his way through the dentist death scene beautifully, and performed his lines as though he were acting them.
Yeah.
He was doing that layer of, I'm playing my character, which I play well. My character's probably not a great actor. So he was, hey, Audrey, what are you doing over there? Did I tell you you could speak? There was an incredible amount of charm going on once the show kicked in.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we had to keep cutting back to Howard Hesseman calling the show because, the director usually calls the show.
Mhm.
Like a stage manager from backstage, like you do. That's another thing. Nailed it.
So it's a fun little show to sit
Mhm.
and watch, and the musical episodes are always fun. They're like the Halloween episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh yes. And the Halloween episodes of Roseanne.
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
So I
Um,
highly suggest you go back and watch the hair episode.
I did watch it. When you said we should either do the hair or this
Uh-huh.
one, I said let's do the fun, the lighter one, not the hair with Elaine Stritch, because oof. The fact that I'm sorry, listeners, I'm going to spoil it for you. Elaine Stritch is just the dissenting voice saying, you shouldn't produce it. It's inappropriate. Hair is inappropriate. No, 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 no. And I'm going to fight it. I'm going to have your job. I'm going to have your nuts on a platter. And then finally, the reveal when she gets vulnerable towards the end. She lost her son in Vietnam.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, go fuck yourself. Suck a bag of dicks, you old cunt. I am sorry you have trauma. You do not have the entitlement of ruining an entire production not going on at school. That does not, your needs and your shit does not supersede everybody else's. So go cry in the corner. I'm terribly sorry for your loss, but I'm even more sorry for what a horrible human being you are.
In fairness now, hair probably shouldn't be done in a high school.
Oh God, no.
So I mean, there is that. But
No.
but
No, but her reasoning was,
was
the
very
veiled,
different.
the
Right.
veiled reasoning and all that stuff. That was no.
Yeah.
And, and that's also negative. And those are so many bad words. And, I don't want to say things like that on this podcast.
Especially about Elaine Stritch.
No, you never want to. She'll come back from the dead and she'll fucking throttle me, man. So, oh shit, I forgot the nuts and bolts.
Oh.
Let's quickly go through these before we sign off. Fortunately, the show was created by two dudes who also were the writers of this episode. So we're killing two birds with one stone. Created by Michael Elias, who was an actor and a writer. He co-wrote The Jerk with Steve Martin and Carl Gottlieb back in '79.
Mm.
And also in his resume, he created Co-Ed Fever, which is the awful college sitcom that used the set that became the Facts of Life set for season 1 of the Facts of Life.
Ooh.
Yeah. He had been a substitute teacher himself. He drew upon that experience. The other creator and writer, Rich Eustace, has a lot of producing and writing credits on a lot of variety shows prior to this. So I think a lot of the bump and broader humor, dare I say vaudevillian humor, that's clearly Mr. Eustace's influence, because it feels like he was deeply steeped in that world. And the show was directed by Art Dielhen, Dielhenn. Dielhen, I'm going to say. Maybe Dielen, if you want to speak it conversationally. He directed 44 episodes of the series total. Previously, he had done 43 episodes of Punky Brewster, lots of multiple episodes of many popular series. Look it up on his IMDb page. And the other thing I want to point out is that Little Shop of Horrors was a very new show at this point. This was very cutting edge. The original 1960 horror movie by Roger Corman, super low budget. They filmed it in like 3 days on a budget of $1.95. Was in 1960. The musical premiered off Broadway in '82, and then the movie happened in '86. So here we are only in '89 doing it on TV. And here's the thing. I was in college in '87. Our drama group wanted to do it. We were set to do it and we couldn't get the rights because the movie had just come out or was it just about to come out. So, but it was this, one of the kids who was from New York and kind of knew more of the off-Broadway theater scene, because it was still very kind of an underground show.
Yeah.
So he talked to us about it and played it for us and kind of got us excited about it. And it was like, yeah, let's do it. And then we couldn't get the rights. And then after the movie, they did finally bring it to Broadway in 2003. Didn't even run for a year. Most people said it's an intimate show. It's a nice small show that plays better in a small theater, and that's what the big stage Broadway version lacked. So then they revived it again off Broadway in 2019. And aside from COVID, it is still running to this day as of this recording in February of 2024.
Yeah.
Currently, Darren Criss from Glee is playing Seymour.
Mhm.
Now there's a nebbish. There's a wow.
It's part of the sexification of Broadway.
Yeah. And literally, they are keeping this production open. They're doing what Chicago has been doing, where it's all stunt casting. Previous to Darren Criss, they had gotten Corbin Bleu. Before him, they had gotten
Jeremy Jordan.
Jeremy Jordan. God, read my brain. I was about to go Santa Fe. Anyway, so yeah, and by the way, the music by Alan Menken, lyrics by Howard Hesseman, who after Little Shop would go on to write The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin. And then Howard Hesseman unfortunately died of AIDS. And Alan Menken would go on to write literally every other Disney musical thereafter, up until recently.
I hope.
Yeah.
He's wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, his man can write a damn tune. He
Mhm.
certainly can. But yeah, they just paired him up with other lyricists, and he's the real deal, Mr. Alan Menken. And yeah, so that was just the nuts and boltsy informational research stuff I wanted to do. So basically, my final thoughts on that. I didn't think about how many Talkaholic chips.
Mm.
Ooh, I'm gonna say it. It's a very 1980s sitcom.
Yeah.
And I would love to explore it further to see how they treat their show Bible. You know, that's very important to me. But as far as my enjoyment of this, I'm going to give this I'll give it a 3.5.
Mm.
A 3.5. Just because, the showdown between TJ and the principal, where he won't let her be in the show because he wants an apology for something that she says she didn't do, which was singing in the hallways, which we heard her doing.
God forbid.
We heard her doing, and a principal demanding from a student an apology. Oof. So some of the writing was very weak and very tropey. And again, a lot of kids to keep track of. Holy shit.
And nobody mentioned, like they did mention, we don't have a Mr. Mushnick. I'm working on that. Not one person said, we don't have an Audrey too. Like,
Thank you.
so
Yeah.
it was problematic. Never
Yeah.
mind the whole Chinese eye thing that they did when they were talking about the guy.
Dadu. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that, but
Yeah. But what is that movement like in the 60s?
it was like the
What is that move?
Batusi.
It's like, is that the Watusi?
The Batusi. That's what Batman did. And
Oh, is that what that was? The Batusi?
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, Uma
And-
Thurman does it in Pulp Fiction. So that's not like, I don't know. It did go through my mind like, are we trying to make slanty eyes? That was a scary moment. I'm like, okay, it's the 60s. I guess we can let that go, but
or we could have just not done it.
or you could have done something else.
We just
Yeah.
could have not done it.
Yeah.
But just because of that, I'm gonna give it a solid 4.
Solid 4 Talkaholic chips from Matthew.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Well, this wraps up another month, our dear, dear listeners. And of course, a special shout out to all of our wonderful sponsors who are still supporting us over on Patreon. Next month, I forget. We've actually talked about several things for next month. This is one of the issues. Good thing we're only doing this monthly.
Yeah.
We couldn't do it weekly because I've been doing a lot of research. We were trying to find a Little House on the Prairie episode, and there are several.
Oof.
I think I watched 3, including a 2-parter. And oh my God, they were all stone cold fucking bummers.
Yeah. Little House on the Prairie was
Jesus.
yeah.
It's like, Charles has an uncle who has a staph infection and his leg rots off. Dun, 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 dun. It's like, what?
Yeah. They're trying to make you as miserable watching it as the people were who lived at that time. who carried their lunch in a bucket.
Yeah. I know that's a particular sore spot for you. But then, but there's also humor. We're a dramedy. Mrs. Olson, oh, for heaven's sake, I have a catchphrase. Nels. I'm doing my Mrs. Garrett voice, but I don't mean to. So yeah, that was tricky.
But
Going-
never fear, we will find something.
We will. In fact, I found a Love Boat that I really want us to do, and I think I could get you on board with it. You see what I did there? So, but the trouble is, it is a two-parter.
Mhm.
But it's a two-parter where we have both Charlotte Rae and Woody Brown.
Who the hell's Woody Brown?
How dare you?
Oh, I'm sorry. You want to talk about Ray Jessel?
No. Woody Brown was Cliff, Blair's boyfriend that she was almost engaged to.
Oh, God, forgive me.
The one
If
that
you
was a medical student, but he was secretly an exotic dancer.
If you had said Cliff, Blair's boyfriend, I would have known who you're talking about.
I just think with a name like Woody Brown, how do you forget that? Anyway, both of them are on it, but it's a two-parter, and I'm like, ugh. So it's like, okay, there's the one in the plus column. The two-parter is the minus column, but I think I found the plus column that may put us into the good realm again, Matthew. Charlotte Rae is paired up with none other than Charles Nelson Riley.
Oh, okay, then.
Are we in?
Yeah.
Awesome. The show is on YouTube. Here's the deal. Somebody has been posting full-length episodes of The Love Boat on YouTube and getting away with it. I don't know how, but they've been posting them in pairs. And sadly, the way the pairings happen, the two parts aren't in the same video. Part one is at the end of one, and part two is the beginning of that. So it's two different videos. Because I don't think The Love Boat is available for free streaming anywhere. But it's on YouTube, so we can absolutely set it up. So let's put that out there right now, that it is our hope and our intent that we're going to do another episode revisiting The Love. The Love Boat. Nope, can't get my voice that low.
Here on the Quiet Storm.
Yeah. Can you do it? You've got to lower.
The Love Boat.
There it is.
I don't know.
You're so butch, Matthew.
I know.
I wish I was masculine like you.
I know.
Huh.
All right. I love you.
Love you too, sweetie. And listeners, we love you. We will talk to you next month. Mwah! Oh, doesn't have a theme song. I mean, it has a theme song, nothing memorable. The theme song was never really a thing, was it?
Oh, yeah, it was.
Sing a theme song for me right now.
Him trying to get through New York and trying to get, like the subway is down. He stops and get a dun, 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 dun. It was almost Newhart-ish. It was almost yeah, I like the theme song. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. It was, yeah, I wasn't mad at it.
Okay. I mean, the way you just did it, it's like I was there. So
Yeah,
thank
I
you
know.
for that. Yeah.
I have an orchestra in my throat.
I've heard that you have at times, yes.
We'll make you happy. Come and knock on our door.
Where we're moving on now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Schlemiel.
That uncompromising, enterprising, anything but tranquilizer.
Here's the story. You take a good, take a bad.